And holy crap, we're live. Hi, everyone. How's it going? I gotta get my layout fixed again. There it is. Hey, we're back. More Thunder Rift Forbidden Lands. Against the Cult of the Reptile God. We're in the village of Orlane. And this group of heroic adventurers just unalived several shady looking mildly aggressive villagers and knocked the carpenter out so they can get information and then took a nap. So I guess we can get into it from there. Let's do introductions. Bert, who you playing?
I am playing Mifune, the thief. And cook. I'm also a cook.
And the cook now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a cook.
Dan.
I've cooked enough awful food that I now actually have talent cooking.
See, you got to work through the bad to eventually get to the good.
Or maybe you just never get to the good, you know.
Yes, I thought it was the most bang for my combat buck to spend my experience on cooking.
There you go. Dan, who are you playing?
Conifer still. He hasn't been consumed yet.
Nice.
Pretty much just our healer for the party / like emergency rations for McGavin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, your name in Zoom is Hero, and I'm like, what? Wait,
because I am a hero.
Yes.
Chuck just called us hero.
Yeah. That's the truth. Jake, who you playing?
I'll be playing Ayan Fenlar, an elvish peddler who's currently gathering free enterprise, by which I mean he's killing a lot of people and taking their stuff and now putting them in one of 2 wheelbarrows.
Ooh, moving up in the world. 2 wheelbarrows. Nice. Jeff, what you got?
Hi, I'm McGavin. I'm a hero. I'm a halfling hunter who so I hunt halflings because they're an evil scourge and they're going to ruin, the entire world or something. And then I'll eat them to make sure that they're disposed of properly in my stool. And I absorb their power. There can be only one. There's some complicated and possibly contradictory elements in the backstory, but if you ask too many questions, I'm going to shoot you with an arrow. And as we've seen, that really hurts.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right, Jeremy, what you got?
I'm going to be playing for Bowdy. I'm just a simple dwarven fighter, murder machine mercenary who's got 4 ex-wives and a hell of a lot of alimony. So I make sure to never truly own anything myself. So I tend to chip in my money to let other people buy places, and then I crash there. Non-discoverable funds, you see.
It's a secret right there.
That's my dark secret.
Yeah.
I put that as my dark. I finally wrote in my pride and my dark secret. My dark secret is I have 4 ex-wives. The more I owe, or the more I have, the more I owe. Damn.
That's really good.
So every time you make money. Yeah, I like it. That's fun.
They're going to bleed me.
Yeah.
Has to be off the books.
That just means at some point, some of them are going to start looking for you.
Oh, no.
Don't worry. They're going to be like their own group of adventurers, and their leader is going to be Koenig's ex-wife.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're not high enough level to handle her yet.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you've got the carpenter tied up. You've all taken your rest for the night. Some of you took some rather unpleasant injuries last time.
So a rest means that everything's healed in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Trying to find my page. There it is.
There's a bed button at the top of your character sheet. You can just click and it'll do all the rest stuff for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the night makes it through. You all take turns doing watch. Eventually, morning comes. I like that naming scheme there, Jeremy. That's what it's going to be. Yeah. I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, morning comes. What do y'all want to do?
We never
I'm-
turn the
I'm
place
ex-
over to see.
I'm expecting someone should be cooking us a meal here, though.
Well, yeah, I'll do that first. But we didn't turn the place over to see if there's anything hidden here because
Sure.
thieves steal things. I hear.
I'll tell you what. You spent the night here. Uneventful night. Surprisingly, no one came by. But you have done a fairly good job of making sure there's no witnesses to report in. So let's see. Digging through it, you find that they had 2 long swords hiding in the back. Their heavy crossbow. And then also searching through, you find a hidden box kind of in the house back behind. It is locked, but when you kind of move it around, it's got the jingle jangle of coins inside.
I will try and pick that.
Sure, go and give it to me.
Let's see here. That's a manipulate. No, that's a sleight of hand test, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. One success.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, it takes you a few minutes, but yeah, not a problem. You get the lock to pop open. And when you open it up, there are 2 gold coins. Not as much as what you were hoping for. But there's also several small cloth packages or pouches. And when you look in, they've all got really nice looking gold jewelry inside. You would imagine if you find a good place to sell this, you could get 40 to 50 gold off the jewelry.
Nice. Who's
How many
keeping
of these pouches are there?
usually?
We'll go and say there's 4 pouches.
Who generally keeps our loot?
Jake's keeping track of it, Finlar.
Okay. I just
So,
hand everything over.
So, are we going to the Golden Grind today?
Yeah, it's
I
to beat
know.
up some snake people worshippers.
I said if we go speak with Bertram, and if he
Right.
thinks we're true, he'll bring us to the temple before the priestess or something, and he's got some fella named Derek who's defending him, who can't be that tough because his name is Derek. So I don't know.
Unless
But then there's the
he's probably named him
slumbering
Derek to make him tough, because everybody would treat him like crap because he's named Derek, and everybody knows Derek is a Ponce name.
Yeah, that's why I tell everyone that you're the brains of the operation. I do. I'll tell everyone that. I don't really talk to people outside of this social group, though. So, or we can just go straight for America, or there's the slumbering serpent.
It sounds like the guys at the temple.
That's the information that you got from the carpenter. Yeah, that if you want to join the group, their little cult, yeah, head to Golden Grain, talk to Bertram. If he thinks you're true, he'll take you to the temple where you can kind of begin the initiation style process. But you talked to, I believe it was an old man who said you should go to the Slumbering Serpent because people are actually friendly there and they have good wine.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Like, we know where the temple is. So, what do we gain by going to the Golden Grain first instead of just going straight to the temple ourselves?
Well, It's possible then that Bertram could lead us through, like if they've got any wonky magical defenses and whatnot. And more importantly, if we try to lie to them and fail, and then they attack us, then in self-defense, we murder them and loot them.
I thought we
Is
were
it
trying to
really?
like not kill people so we could like take
Oh.
their skilled laborers for our town.
I know. I'm just saying, in self-defense.
Well, his name is Derek. He can't be skilled at anything. Come on.
It's a good point.
So he's fair game. Bertram, however, I mean, that could be something.
Sounds like a proper
Oh.
name for somebody to greet people at a door, right?
Like, welcome to the Golden Grain. I'm Bertram. Yep, that sounds right. Got a little name tag, everything.
Oh,
Well, so are we going to one of these taverns? For a town that's got a lot of terrible things and happening, empty streets and such, like they have a lot of taverns,
Well, something happened to the people, and now they ain't right.
That's true. Probably with that temple.
Yeah, so in our
maybe.
ramshackling of this house, we didn't find anything like, holy tracks, anything like that, any odd symbolism for this new
No.
cult.
not like the old place where they had the kind of like the defaced America holy symbol, but much like the last house you looked through, it seems like really anything worth of any value has been taken down. Like other than that box with the jewelry and the pieces of gold in it, like same thing. You can see where like picture frames were hanging. You can see
That
like
box hidden.
it was hidden. You would have found it. Presuming you spent a good while looking, you would have found it in the bedroom. Underneath the bed, there was a loose floorboard, and you pried that up, and it was hiding underneath there. And it was fairly dust covered, like it hadn't been touched in a while.
Maybe they were forced to tithe all their worldly possessions. And this hidden box shows us that not all of them truly believe. Maybe?
And also, like if we were trying to look sincere about wanting to join, if we had some sort of offering ready.
Oh, you mean like pouches full of jewelry, perhaps?
Oh my gosh, look at this. We are so ready to give this to you and then murder you later to take it back.
But we
Absolutely.
don't say the second part out loud, I think. Or do we?
No,
Well-
gonna try real hard not to.
Shouldn't have said it. Now it's in my head. Oh man, I'm gonna have.
See, the
I'm
last
gonna
time I
say-
tried to be friendly, they shot me. So maybe if we're aggressive, well, they could still shoot me. I just don't want to be shot.
It's fair.
Getting shot does
Right.
suck.
I know. For about it, you talk to them.
Ooh,
I mean, you really are the face of the party if you think about it.
And the
ooh.
brains.
Right. So,
Ooh.
like, if I want anyone to negotiate for us on our behalf, it would certainly be you. I mean, you've said, you've gotten us. I mean, I just like the sound of your voice. I'll be honest.
Well, that's fair.
Plus,
mean-
you're good with talking to axes.
Right.
And you're good at creating several X's, which means you're good at talking to them up to a point, at least.
That is true. I did get them to the limit. It's keeping them there.
It's not like we won't be nearby when you're talking. All you got to do, if you think there's trouble, you just got to say this, the password or whatever, bananas, and then I'll just
Right.
start firing.
All right. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
they
man,
return-
dies. all of
us.
An old man dies.
yeah.
That's the worst that can happen.
Oh, good. I'm quite young, so I'm.
I can
fine.
live with that.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I guess we're talking to Bertram.
Sure.
Should I have What do we really have to put all 4 of the jeweler cases up? Maybe just 2.
Really, I would think one of them would do it.
I mean, here's the thing. That's why I think normally you're the guy to do the talking. But okay, yeah, one is.
Well, I
pretty
mean,
good.
we could give them all the jewelry. It won't matter in a couple of days, and really, so.
It's true.
You know what else
Is it-
we could do? Alternative. Not saying this is a good idea. We could take some of this wood and we could use it to bar the doors and, keep the doors from opening and nail the windows shut and then just set the grain on fire.
But what if they have more blacksmiths in there?
I mean, there's a couple other towns we could get blacksmiths from there.
It's true, and more than likely, if whoever is leading this cult has been collecting the tithes, we'll just take that fucking loot and we'll use it to hire a different blacksmith.
Right. No, I'm not saying we do this to the serpent. That's supposed to be good people, so no, we're not going to do that there. I mean, the grain is supposed to be bad people. We're heroes, so we wouldn't do, bad things.
If you do bad things to bad people, it cancels out and it's good.
It's like 3 lefts making a right. So taking the left-hand path far enough gets you on the straight and narrow.
It's like when you take a negative number and you multiply it by another negative number, you get a positive number.
I tried to not use math.
So the more we multiply our negativity, the likelier we are to do something positive.
Exactly.
Well,
The
that
math
settles
checks
it. I'm
out.
in for burning.
You're not supposed to listen to me, Gavin.
He did.
One murder coming up.
He did use math, which means that it's going to go past like everybody.
Yeah.
Conifer doesn't feel like disagreeing with him.
Gavin does have 4 wits. They're just not well placed.
Yeah, same. I've got 4 wits, 2 personality,
He's built a lovely house of logic on a foundation of sand.
2 empathy.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not advocating we just, I'll defer to you. Or, just tell me what to shoot.
Okay, how about we convince this Bertram to take us to the master, and then that way we'll know, maybe we'll have a better understanding of where the master keeps all the loot that he's been taking from these places.
Right then.
What if this bar is like a setup? Like they've got some guy who speaks really well and will make you do things you normally wouldn't do because he's that convincing.
Then we'll punch
And
him.
that's
in
why
the
everybody
gonads.
wants us to go to this bar to talk to this guy.
Gavin starts stuffing. He's like ripping bits of his loincloth off and shoving them in his ears.
Well, there we go. Problem solved. He can't affect me if I can't hear him.
What? I can't hear you. Oh no, you put it in your. Oh no. Oh.
I can read lips. I can see what you're saying. What did you just call me? Are you serious? Ah, freaking shit! Just kidding. I can't read lips.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All right. Okay, we try talking. And a very close second, massive murder.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. I think we just go in there and then we wing it.
Winging it sounds
usual.
good. We're talking too much. We need to just do this.
Absolutely. I mean, we're invincible. I'm the chosen one.
Oh yeah, you are, aren't you? Do you
Well, I
mind
don't
telling
know.
us-
Let me see. I will cast Sunder on a pillow. Does it work?
Go ahead and hit the thing to cast it, man. Yeah. The pillow
Oh, hell yeah.
explodes and ribbons of fabric and feather
Yes, I am the chosen one.
I'm real glad to know you, Fenler. I mean, not just
So
because of your
am I.
fencing abilities and the way I can hide all of my ill-gotten gains, but that's also pretty cool.
Well, being a proprietor without a place of business can have its benefits.
Sure.
Well, speaking of business, let's go give Bertram the business.
Right.
So
That's not a sex thing, is it?
might be.
Well, I mean, I don't know how the master does things in this town, but I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah. You won't make it across town. There's not really signs of anyone about town. Kind of as you look across, as you get kind of closer across, you can see the town's labeled like 1 through 4. So there's 1. I don't know where the fuck 2 is at. 2 might be the Golden Grain. 3, 4, 5, 7. Those are, you can actually see people out like working their land, you know, up maybe feeding some animals here and there. They all look at you very suspiciously, and as you get closer, they all kind of stop what they're doing and kind of scurry inside. Very, very much so trying to avoid like eye contact. But then you find yourselves in front of the Golden Grain Inn. Nice looking 2-story inn and tavern. You can see there's smoke coming out of the chimney. The front door is closed, but there's, you know, a sign hanging out front saying that it's open. What do y'all want to do?
Start. Were we planning on just like burning the place down, or?
Now
We're
let's
gonna
head
try
inside.
and talk.
Oh, we're gonna try to talk. Okay.
Do you want some pieces of my loincloth just in case someone starts trying to tell us what to do?
That's tempting. I would love nothing better than to shove your loincloth in my ears. But today, I'm going to try and listen up and do the best I can in, you know, this whole talkie business.
I didn't like hear a word you said. I assumed you would nod and shake your head left and right. But okay, I'm guessing that's a no. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, as you all move up in through the front door, you can see it's pretty well populated inside here. You see a good number of people sitting at tables. They've all got kind of food and drink in front of them. It seems like they're more kind of picking at it than everything. And you get the feeling that everyone's kind of watching you through the corner of your eyes. Why don't all of you go ahead and just give me a scouting test. And while you're rolling it, you see the barkeep as you come in. Gives a jolly like, oh, hey, travelers. Come in, come in. We've got breakfast ready. If you've got the coin, we've got plenty of wine. Find yourselves a seat and I'll be with you here in a moment. So those of you who pass, the person you were warned about, Derek, he was described as really kind of shady looking guy, kind of, you know, a little shorter, but a very, very stern, angry face with a very prominent, noticeable scar across his face. And you can see him sitting at a table kind of in a back corner on his own, like the others, trying to look inconspicuous while picking at his food. But yeah, Bertram comes around. Good to see you. Good to see you. Go ahead and have a seat. We don't get many visitors through. I'd love to have a word with you and get news of what's going on outside of our little village. He points you all at a table.
Sure. Well, you know what? I'm pretty blunt, and I'll just get right down to it. Word is, you've got the inside trek to a better life. Of course, that don't come cheap, and so we've come ready to show our eagerness to serve.
Okay. So you've heard we've got a better track, and you want to serve. And you said you had something?
Well, you don't just come barging in without, I guess a tithe is a good way to put it.
Okay. Did you hand him one of the pouches?
Tell you what, here's one for you, and just for me personally. Let me buy a round of drinks for the room here.
That sounds like a great idea. And he opens the pouch and he takes a peek inside. Well, be okay. That certainly put me in a worthwhile mood. I'll tell you what. Let me go get my cook to start getting those drinks distributed. He's gonna charge you. You know what? I knew I was gonna need this information. So I put it right here in the thing that I could see. Let's see. So for a pint of beer, he would charge a silver per. And sitting around here with you all, there's about somewhere between like 19, 20 people. So you're looking like 20 silver to buy everyone a drink.
Okay. And 10 silver is a gold, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Well, he goes back, gives you all a moment to yourselves while he goes and he gets his cook to start distributing the drinks. As it's announced, like, oh, these fine travelers are buying us all a drink in a sign of good faith. Kind, let's have a cheer for them. And you get a very, very performative, kind of lackluster, like, yeah. And then he comes and he sits back down as you see his cook come out from a door behind the bar. Very greasy, dirty looking, unpleasant looking kind of dude. Kind of dude looks like he hasn't washed his hands ever. And he starts distributing, he comes out with a tray and hands it out to one table. Goes back, gets another tray, comes out and brings it out to another table. While this is going on, Bertram comes and sits back down with you. So, what exactly are you looking for in this better life? What have you heard? And I'll tell you what you got right and got wrong, and we can figure out what our next steps are going to be here.
Well, you probably are already past this with being in a better way and all, but sometimes if you've been around long enough, the world just kind of like weighs on you in a sort of way that just sometimes you just want to get away and just be a part of a group where everyone knows your name.
I heard it and I'm like, oh God, is he? Yep, he is. I can get that. I can totally understand that. Well, I'll tell you what. I think you all look more than capable, and you all feel the same way?
Well, I definitely feel
Absolutely.
capable.
What?
Yeah.
Is your friend hard of hearing over there?
He's hard-headed at the
He
least.
can.
Well,
I'll just start not when I see everyone else nodding, I like just nod my head along with them.
I'll tell you what. I've got things kind of under wraps, taken care of here for the moment. So sure. Let's enjoy our drinks, and at about this time that cook comes in and he on his tray and he sits down. a beer in front of each of you, and he sets down one in front of Bertram. Let's drink to new friendship.
All right.
And then
Yeah.
I'll take you across town. We can have a proper conversation. Is it kind of
Conifer's definitely gonna do a go through the motions of drinking, but
I was gonna say, can I pretend to like drink and not?
He is watching pretty hard. So I am going to want a roll for this. And I'll tell you what, there's a couple ways you could handle this. I could either take a performance or a sleight of hand.
Oh,
I
sleight of
am
hand. Ooh,
bad at both.
I'll try sleight of hand. Like I'll make it like, I'm doing it with gusto and getting more on me than in me sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So Conifer, you pull it, and I'll tell you what, I only want one success here. So if we have extra successes at the end. Oh no, that was Conifer scouting.
Oh, I see. I still missed, but yeah.
There we go.
Ouch.
I'm gonna push.
I got a success though to not drink beer.
I'm gonna push it. Oh!
Ow. The
No, I get way more. And so, like, knowing, well, actually, would I know that I flubbed it?
Here's what you do. So, Mifune, you're on board. You're gonna like stone cold this thing and chug it that way. Oh, Melissa, thank you for those bits. 300 bits. That is a banked reroll. Fantastic. You just upend it and end up like surface tension, something like that. Kind of weird happens. Maybe the glass is really grimy and it doesn't act right, and you end up just dumping this entire pitcher just like right in your eyes.
Oh, no.
So you're there like, oh God, like your eyes are watering, your vision's blurry for a second or two. And you can see Bertram, he's got this really, you can't see because.
Yeah. So I would
Mifune's
say
got a
was
drinking
like,
problem.
I'm
It's just
sorry.
not-
It's been so long since I've had a drink. I was just too into it.
Okay.
He's got a drinking problem, just not the one you think. He has a hard time getting it in the right hole.
So yeah, Conifer, you managed to make it look like you take a drink, but you don't. You just close your lips on the rim and nothing goes in. So McGavin, Finlar, and Farbauti.
McGavin doesn't drink, so McGavin will kindly slide the stein like,
Sorry, but I don't drink this. My body is a temple. I only imbibe things that I think are going to help with the purification of my soul. So if you've got water, I'll drink the water, but no, sorry, this is, it tastes terrible. Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry, we don't have any water. If you want some, you'll have to walk over to the lake or to the well. Oh, this is
Okay,
a
fair enough.
tavern, not a horse trough.
That's
Well,
fair.
that's-
That's fair.
That's why he's my buddy, because now I get to two-fist it.
Oh, here you go.
Okay.
he slides it over.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Finlar has a bad history of imbibing strange fluids at this point, so he'll just drink anyway.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, Finlar and Farbauti, you both need to make me endurance tests.
Shock. Gasp.
So, Farbauti, since you chugged 2 of them, you got to get at least 2 successes here.
All right.
That's a lot of dice. Finlar, pass it. Farbauti, you're
I
one
need
short.
2.
Oh,
Did
I
only
didn't take
roll-
any damage. I just failed.
I think you pushed Finlar's.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
think, yeah. I think you pushed
Okay.
the wrong
Go
push.
ahead and
Yeah, you
'cause
got 2 endurance.
Yeah, go ahead and push yours, because...
Oh, that's my bad. I did click the wrong thing.
There you go.
All right,
Wow.
cool.
I
Fenlar,
got 3.
yeah, you down these things, and you can feel like it just... Both of you, it instantly goes to your head, and there's this very bitter, like, almond kind of taste hiding back in there. As Bertram, he's got this very puzzled look on his face. Things didn't happen how he wanted them to happen here. And he's looking between Finlar and Forbauti.
It's okay. We expect you to do it. It was the right thing to do. But now that that's out of the way, and you understand that we're friendly, I'm not even gonna cut you. Let's just do the right thing now.
Give me a manipulation test.
Shit. Okay, my whopping 2 dice.
Hey, there's a success in there.
It's the... Oh, God, I can't remember.
Classic
It's a
Jeremy.
Claymore effect.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, God. Close your eyes and shoot. There you go. And you will
Yep.
always pass. Well, I guess I've got no choice in this. He stands up. Come on. Let's all go for a walk. He kind of turns back to the bar. You all stay here, to the other bar patrons. And they all kind of give like little nods of approval. And he escorts you outside. You know, I've never had someone show up, well, except for Derek, and say that he wants to work with us.
Takes a special breed to do what we do. Now we want to do what we do for the master.
Why? What have you heard about the master, and why are you so keen on trying to serve him?
Well, we don't like more traditional religious persuasions. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Well, I mean, eventually everyone here is either going to serve the master or be snake food. So, I mean, I guess.
Sometimes
get
it's
on the
better
ground
to
floor?
jump on the inside track while you still can.
Okay. This is definitely not something I was ever going to expect. He kind of, you know, he's taking you north. He would point out, we're gonna walk around the north side of the lake. Less eyes up that way, and we can chat while we go. And
Is he taking us up north by like the slumbering serpent, or
yeah, you'll end up walking right by the slumbering serpent.
interesting? Okay.
But
You
yeah,
got some people who disagree with you in this town yet?
we have people that haven't seen the light yet.
Hmm.
But we'll get there. Don't you worry about it.
Maybe we'll even help you with some of the persuading and when the time comes.
Well, I'd imagine after you all have been brought into the fold, you will be some of our top persuaders, looking at how rough and tumble all of you look. Except for you, he kind of looks at you, Conifer. You look kind of out of place here.
Yeah. I'm just here for people to eat later.
It's a very odd thing. Very odd thing.
Just a little inside joke, you know, gallows humor and such.
You know, somebody, you know, when you're all stranded on an island and you have to eat someone.
Take out my big spatula.
Actually, you know what, friends? Pointing you,
It
Conifer.
pays well.
I think you're going to fit in with this just great. You got a real follower mentality to you. So yeah,
Conifer has become indoctrinated.
Will you save me?
you make it around the top side of the lake, still continuing this little chat. You can see some, let me make sure I say the right things here. Yeah, you can see at this farm up here marked 22. Much like the farm that you encountered yesterday, they're busy pretending to work. And you can kind of see them moving closer to the road as they see that you're all following Bertram. But he kind of gives them a little hand wave, and they give a nod and kind of go back to their other positions. He leads you right past it, and eventually you make it up to the Temple of Murica. He walks you through the big gates into this big, very lavish kind of marble temple, very high vaulted ceilings. As you enter, you're in this big central chamber. You can see it's lined with rooms, doors on all four, well, on three sides. What we're going to call the northern wall has got this huge dais with this altar on top of it. But as he comes in, he calls out. Let me make sure I say this lady's name right. It's temple, and the lady's name is Misha. Priestess Misha. We have some people who are interested in joining the fold. She kind of gives him an odd look. Well, services for America aren't until this evening. But no, he corrects her and he's like, no. They want to receive the teachings of Master Thulsa Doom. And, oh. This isn't usually how you bring me new recruits. But I'll allow it, okay.
Sadly, we have an affinity for amaretto.
For amaretto. Misha? What is the meaning of this jest?
Well, how poison can be made from almonds, and amaretto is also made from almonds.
So Bertram, you did try to poison them.
He did. And he did a real proper job of it. Like, don't give him any guff. He's all smooth about it. He was a real gentleman. I respect it.
And if we weren't true converts, we would have cut him down on the spot. But we're all into this.
In fact, I love nothing more than murdering people that try to murder me. But, you know, sometimes you just got to give in a little bit.
Sometimes you need to turn people into snake food. Sometimes you turn them into souls in a jar, which I have a few of if you are interested in purchasing any.
How far are you all willing to go in this endeavor?
Far enough to put souls into a jar, that's for sure.
How much power can you give me?
I don't think that we've really hit a limit on how far we'll go on anything yet.
I'm just so.
You know, we have a keep in need of a temple if you'd like to expand your operation.
We are looking to expand. We're very well. You leave tonight. Where are you staying until then?
We leave tonight?
Yes.
I mean, we've just been out outside town camping.
Okay. Tonight, you will meet me here at sundown. Well, you'll meet here at sundown, and I'll have a few escort you to meet the master. You understand this is very strange, and you can't blame me for distrusting you, so come unarmed. You will be searched. Do we agree?
Certainly.
Okay. You're dismissed. As she
Really?
turns and walks away. Bertram's standing there like, I don't even know, guys. You all have thrown me for a loop here. Like, very rarely does a group of people come into town saying, hey, please take me to your giant snake overlord so he can brainwash me and have me join your ranks. I mean,
We don't even require brainwashing. I mean, we've had a long life of murdering and killing, and we're just kind of tired of doing it for like no real purpose other than we're bored. So we were looking for like, a
Some
real
structure.
outlet for our murderous intentions.
How did you hear about us?
We murdered somebody.
Okay, this checks out.
You'd be amazed at what people tell you if they're about to die.
If someone told you about us, that you were murdering, it means you were murdering someone in town.
Well, it started off with these weird little lizard folks that were living in the basement. We tried to go and get a wheelbarrow from some people nearby, and then they just lost their shit. And things just really went sideways from there.
Mistakes may have been made, but we did learn about a good path forward for us in our lives.
Yeah, and as we're keen to torture before we murdered, I mean, they just say all kinds of things when you're torturing them. I mean, often we don't even ask questions.
So, you're the reason why the McCready boys didn't check in last night.
They had
All that
names.
screaming? Did they say their names? Did they?
Did they have like a really like mean old granny woman with
Yeah.
them?
Their mother. Did you kill her too?
I think so.
Technically, did we? I mean, I'm sure she bled to death and died, but I don't think we actually did. We?
Oh, I won't beat around the bush. We may as well take credit for it.
And you killed the servants in the basement of the Foaming Mug?
Not all of them. By the way, where did we leave that one we kept alive?
I presumed you
Oh,
left
the-
him at the carpenter shop.
No arms, no legs, just. Well,
Or
those
teeth.
things were servants.
It's like a
See,
gum hole soldered shut.
see, it was
Wow.
confusing.
Boy,
See, 'cause
howdy, if we were never the best recruits you've ever seen.
This is
We were just
either
kind of meandering along, and there's like abandoned building. Let's check it out for loot, I guess. And they're like, we don't like you so much, and things happened.
this is either the best decision of my life, or the worst decision of my life. Well,
Well, the
why not
important
both?
thing to remember is that it's not the last decision of your life, which is what it would have been if you had tried anything funny after the poisoned beer.
okay, that's fair. All right. Tonight, you heard Mesha show back up at the temple, completely unarmed. You will be searched, and we will have a rather large contingent there, in case you try any funny business. Just lay low in the Foaming Mug Inn for the rest of the day.
All right, then.
And he walks off his own direction, heading back towards the Golden Grain Inn.
After he's walked off away. So, Confer, what are the chances of us just tracking Misha right now? Because she's going to go back to be warning this big headmaster.
I mean, they're probably kind of high.
Right. But they haven't been warned just yet.
Let me double check what all I got here. 'Cause I don't think I leveled up my sight spells enough. So we might actually have to do checks for tracking instead.
I mean, we have some sense of the ethereal tells us we have a reroll.
Let me double check what this does.
That's happening. McGavin takes the loincloth stuff out of.
So what happened? I didn't see anyone say bananas. So did everything go okay?
Oh, we're joining the cult of the snake god. So that's,
I drank a lot of poison.
Oh, yeah, you didn't look good. No, look terrible.
I've also been breaking wind for the past 20 minutes.
That's you? Oh, God.
I was wondering what was happening
Oh,
there.
dear Lord. Okay. I thought it was the other guy. I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to, cause a problem.
I was intentionally doing it right next to him, all
Ugh.
passive aggressive like.
Oh, goodness. Anyway.
I suppose I could use True Sight to help out with trying to tail someone, but that's probably the best I got for now.
Yeah, let's give that a shot then.
And that's just a thought. So the thing is, they want us to just like hang out until after sundown and then go meet the master and a huge group of cultists, and they want us to show up unarmed. Or we know the lady's going off to go tell the master, hey, there's these weirdos what want to join you and whatnot. So we're thinking
More
to
than
just track
likely.
them and kill them now.
Right. No, I'm totally on the same page. So
That makes sense.
Can you ask your cod piece if that could help?
Okay. Sure.
How does this work again, Chuck?
You just focus on it and spend a willpower.
Okay, 1 second.
As he screams down in his cod piece, and then I'll spend a willpower, and then we'll see what happens.
I love it.
Done.
Let me find the table.
Come on, Cortez, you can do it. Put a little power to it. Come on. Willpower.
Where did it go? I just had it. There it is.
Power of the cat.
Yeah, the link in the
It doesn't
items,
work.
bro.
Yeah. Oh.
fortunately, if I had one more experience point, I could have upgraded my spells a little further today, but I was short.
Christ, this is a good one. Okay.
You're short? You're short? Ah!
Sorry. You get the sense kind of settle down over you. You know right now you could answer pretty much. You're casting the intuition spell for free, rank 3.
Okay.
So you can ask a short yes or no question about anything in the world, and I must answer yes, no, or maybe. I can't lie. I can say maybe even if I know the answer, but believes that the true answer may disrupt the game. And note, true or false is not an objective fact, but is defined by who is asking the question. The person's morals and beliefs can make something that is true or false for someone else. So, you can ask me a yes or no question.
Just one?
Oh,
Just one.
here. I can put that there so people can read it on.
Oh, thank you.
I have it. I just haven't learned it yet.
What's a good question to ask?
Yes or no, huh?
really
Should
gotta
we
lawyer
follow
this
the
one out.
priest?
We could ask, theoretically, not committing to this yet. If we follow the priestess now, will she lead us to the master?
Oh yeah, that's a better formulated question even.
That's
I
the one
like
I'm
it.
leaning to. Okay.
Okay, so he'll lean down and be like, okay, little guy, okay. If we follow the priestess lady right now, will that take us to the master?
Okay. I'm going to answer this very truthfully. No fucking around. You feel the tingling sensation in your giblets, and you know that the answer is no to if we follow the priestess right now, will she lead us to the master?
Okay. The guy says if we follow her now, We won't go to the master. Like, she won't lead us there. Well, forever that's worth. I know that was like the objective of following her. So
Maybe the other guy, Bertram.
listen,
I mean-
I can only ask it like one question. What do you think
okay.
he is? He's not a Rhodes Scholar. Come on.
You could
I'm
certainly
just-
try and activate the cap again.
I'm more just throwing it out as like an alternative thought. Like, if we don't follow her, then maybe we follow him.
Well, we could follow her and then rough her up and torture her, whatever it is we got to do to get the information out of her.
Also, possibility.
It seems like she knows where the master is, but Bertram knows how to get to her. Bertram seems like a step below her.
Where are
A to
you all
B,
having
B
this
to C.
conversation at?
Probably outside the temple.
We're not in the other tavern thing.
Or did we go to the
Drops?
tavern?
There was talks of we're going there, but I don't know if you ever made it
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So that's my question. Where do you all want to be right now? Have you made it to the tavern, or are you just having this conversation out in the open?
Like maybe at least in the woods a bit, like as if we were starting to traverse, but give ourselves the chance to do the double back.
Sure. Finlar and Mifuna, give me scouting tests. Mifune and Finlar.
Probably about to get derricked.
What?
Okay, so Finlar, as you all kind of move off the side of the road, kind of into the woods a little bit, you know, just so you're not in immediate view, Finlar, you see kind of skulking along what looks like a monk in kind of darker robes, kind of moving south along the path you were taking. And he seems to be trying to stay out of sight, and he seems to be looking for something. You get the feeling that he's looking for all of you. Now, that was Finlar. Mifune, you're noticing as this conversation happens, along the east side of the temple, like over here, you can see someone climb out of the ground underneath like a tree. And you can see looks almost like an identical monk to what Finlar just saw. And they kind of take off skulking to the east through like the tall grass.
Maybe that's who we need to follow.
Yes, I mean, there is a monk looking at us right now, or looking for us right
Yeah,
now.
looking for you.
Alrighty.
That's see you.
I can shoot them so they can't run too far.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
shoot
Which
him.
one? The one that's sneaking to the east, or the one that's trying to find us?
And so we shoot the one that's trying to find us, then we follow the one going east.
Okay. McGavin, without hesitation, we'll follow Fenrir's orders.
Love it. Go ahead and take that shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Mononoke, this fool.
Mm-hmm.
If people's smarter and McGavin tells him to shoot something, well, that's what he does.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh God.
Okay. You are going to hit this dude. Of course you are. You're going to put 3 damage on. He's monk. Doesn't seem to be armored. Looks like he's dressed for stealth and silence. That damage isn't going to drop him, though. So, mechanically speaking, is there anything you want to do to that?
Normally I
Mifune
can
will
take
shoot.
2 shots in a round.
Okay.
Because like strong, but no, I mean if Mifune wants a shot, Mifune should go.
Okay.
I see
Normally I
McGavin
get,
draw and I feel like I'm missing out. It's like, oh.
Okay. And then, McGavin, if Mifune doesn't do the job, then you can take your second shot.
Gotcha.
So, Mifune, go ahead and you see quickly McGavin knock an arrow and shoot it at the dude that Finlar was pointing out
Oh, I
you
forgot
snatch
my
up your
agility
bow
is
and arrow
shattered.
and
Oh, hey, look at
shit.
that.
There we
Right through
go.
the head. Right through the head.
Punk.
That son of a bitch is good at everything. I hate him so much.
So talented.
So I'll tell you what I want to do. There's 2 shots that came at him, and just for funsies. Oh, God. So one arrow bites deep through the thigh, and you know this is one of those injuries that's probably hit one of the big arteries in the thigh. Whereas the second shot catches him right in the side of the chest, right, maybe a handful of inches underneath the armpit. As he drops, and you can see him trying to crawl away, and you can hear him very raspy, breathy, trying to call for help. As McGavin runs up.
Where you going, big guy?
As he flips over, and you can just see like terror in his eyes.
Hi,
As he's trying to
McGavin.
scooch. He's trying to get his feet under him, but his leg keeps giving out. He keeps trying to call out for help.
Hey, calm down. Well, I can help. We're right here. We can help you. Why were you following us?
Let's see. He forces out.
And when I ask that question, I expect a quick and truthful answer as I hold another arrow down in your direction.
Go ahead and give me a manipulate test, but I'll let you take a.
Look how nice it.
I'll let you take a bonus for this, unless you're invoking the belt buckle. Then that's +2 bonus.
Oh yeah, I should do that. Okay, I get 2. Okay.
All right, here we go. Take a look at me belt buckle. Let me push that. There we go.
Okay.
Take a look at this. Take a look at it. Tell me everything you want.
The priestess, she wanted us to follow you. She wanted me to follow you.
Gotcha.
To try and find out what you're planning for tonight.
Oh. Okay. What have you learned?
Not much.
Okay.
Ask him where the other him is going.
Oh, yeah. Where's the other one going?
What other one? You can definitely tell he's trying to lie through this one, but with your manipulation, I'll give you a free push through him trying to be deceptive. So how do you?
Poke him.
I will go ahead and just like play with one of the arrows that's already like, either mine or Mifune's. Like,
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Which one? Like, what is the other one doing?
He cries out in a very weak voice. He's going to check with the master to see what we should do with you.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Perfect.
Which way is he? Can you just direct us so we can catch up to him really quick? Because I want to ask him a few questions.
He's going east to the swamp.
East to the swamp. Okay.
Is he being truthful?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Thanks.
Well,
Okay, east to the swamp. Let's hurry up. Let's catch that other guy. It's all on you, Cornerfire. You're the tracker. And if you don't find that person, I'm going to freaking break your legs.
Break your legs with arrows.
I'm not sure that I'm actually the tracker,
I
but
think that's a good +1 motivation for McGavin.
I'll give
what should I
Connor my
do?
spyglass to help.
Oh my gosh.
There's scouting.
If I used True Sight, would it help me out?
What the heck does True Sight do?
Enhance your vision.
Um,
That you see in darkness through any kind of disguise.
Through smoke and fog.
Any kind of disguise or shapeshift too, in case they've got any magical nonsense.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, with your True Sight, you can see far enough down to get a good lock on him. For now, following him is not going to be a problem because you can get a bead on where he's going, and from there, easy enough to follow the path. Once you get to the swamp, though.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. What did you need to roll for this, Dan? A 52?
Let's do it. I might use the reroll on this.
I think that's fair.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
that's how Alex's character died.
Right
on
now, I'm
Friday.
like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It's time for me to die.
You're right. It is.
Give me
My arm's getting tired.
Okay, that's better.
okay. You win this one. Once you get to the swamp, though, true sight's not going to do you a lot of good, so there will be a scouting test when you get there. But as you're following along, eventually when you get out of town, it kind of seems like a game trail or something like that he's following. Very easy. He's actually kind of going kind of southeast, further south along towards the swamp than where you all came out. And eventually he hits the swamp, and you hit the barrier of the swamp. Following him through the areas, go ahead and give me that scouting test.
All right. How much does your spyglass give me?
Gives an extra 1. Or no, I'm sorry, 2.
2. All right. Am I motivated by McGavin still?
McGavin, are you motivating still?
Sure. I mean, if he can't find this thing, he's going to be having to crawl his way back out because I'm going to eat your legs. Motivational speaking.
Sure. It does the job.
Ooh, look at that.
Motivated.
He wants those legs.
I need those legs.
So you follow him through the swamp for a long ways, kind of moving across logs and high spots of ground. Eventually, you come across the remains of almost looks like it could have been like a stone mansion at some point, long since abandoned. And you follow him inside, but you're far enough back that I'll give you this with your extra success on scouting, that you can see that he just cut through it, because as you're kind of closing up on it, you can actually see him disappear into the trees and shit, almost south. So he heads southeast to this house, cuts through it, then immediately cuts south.
I suppose we'll.
Sure. I didn't have a fantastic encounter plan in case you failed that. Everything's fine. It's fine. Just, and eventually you find where he disappears. It looks like this big kind of like bog until you get close to it, and you can see that a section of it has had like a very crude dam kind of made, kind of like cutting into like the corner of it. And you can see there's a muddy pit, and at the bottom of it, there's muck-covered stairs descending into the darkness as kind of water trickles through the dam, holding everything back. And you can very clearly see the footprints leading down into this muddy pit and then disappearing inside.
All right. I'll give the spyglass back. I think it's
Thank you.
probably someone else's turn to lead here.
I mean, do we? Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, we can let the thief go first.
So, yeah, we're gonna do this kind of free form, because I don't want to do a big old dungeon crawl, because we have more entertaining ways to spend our time. So first off, Mifune, you're leading. You're going to give us a scouting test.
Scouting.
This is going to be against any surprises that might try to jump out at you. We'll just take this roll and carry it with us for a while.
Okay. So what I'm following a trail. Is that what I'm doing?
So once you make it down the stairs, there's about a foot of standing water, which makes it very difficult, if not impossible, to find the trail. So your moving and scouting is just keeping an eye on what's ahead of you, being prepared for traps, surprises, shit like that. Just we're treating it as a passive perception roll.
All right. If you want to shoot this down, that's fine. But
Okay.
I am going to take the adaptive human trait to turn that into a might roll. As I ignore having to move around things to follow the path, and I just trudge right straight along with it.
Sounds amazing. Give
I
me your
love
might roll. Absolutely.
Trips every trap and goes right.
Exactly.
Best
That's a lot of
feat
nothing.
ever.
Oh my god!
Do you wanna push that?
It.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah! That was way too many dice to get nothing. And still, oh my gosh! All right, well I hit a trap.
Or
Yeah.
just a big stick.
So no, you do hit a trap. You move down these steps, and it's when you get about halfway down, you're just power walking down these slick, mucky steps, as you feel one of the steps. There's a very slight moment of pressure, and then you can feel the instant release under your foot. You've stepped on a tripwire, and all of a sudden, these steps all slant down and turn into like a slide. You go sliding down into the muddy water, but the thing that deals you that 2 strength damage is immediately following you is Furbauti in all of his dwarven stoutness, just boom, collides into you. You go skidding across the muddy ground. You take your strength damage from that.
Conifer
Get
falls
another
into,
strength
but
damage?
nobody notices.
No, just the 2 from the roll.
Just the, okay.
Yeah, we're just flavoring that damage you took. So, yeah, you move in. It's this old, very ancient looking stone architecture, very culty kind of vibes, snake kind of motif everywhere. It's very dark in here. And immediately as you move in, you're presented with 3 options. There's a passageway going left, going right, and straight ahead.
Oh, before we go too far, can I transfer some willpower from someone?
You want to steal someone's willpower? You can take some of my
Yes.
You can
dice.
steal some of mine. Can
I'll
you
give you
roll by
mine.
any chance?
What you need?
I need to roll it. But if you're fine giving it up, then I just have to not fail.
Yeah. Here, let me look real quick if I had to use a willpower to use adaptive or not.
I've
Yes, I
got
do.
9.
So I've got
Please take
one
some.
less. I've got 8, 7.
If somebody's not using it, I'll take
I
some.
have almost nothing that uses it. So, like, if you want to take 5 for me, you can take 5.
Okay.
Or if you do, I don't know if you get the choice or not, or if it just sucks me dry.
I think I get to pick however much I want.
Okay.
Chuck, with the
Okay.
with like the architecture of the place, like the design, is it possible to roll a lore test at all out of curiosity to
Go
see
for
if
it, man.
So, are you
Because
able to?
McGavin does actually have a rank of law and halfway decent wits, because he's a psychopath.
I may steal some from you later from Furbauti.
Okay. So you were able to take
Got
the
one.
5.
Yep.
So here's what you're going to pick up. Oh my gosh. Automod had held that for sex-based terms. How dare Automod not allow Jeremy say Dan was going to suck someone dry?
don't understand the
muted there, Bert.
reference.
So
What's
yeah,
wrong with that?
McGavin. Yeah,
Yes.
in your storied life, you can, it jumps out at you. This is some really culty vibes. But the things that really stand out is that a lot of these things have a a focus on almost worship-like, godlike thing of this snake creature, this giant anaconda-looking thing with a human head. And you would know that that kind of creature is what's referred to as a naga. Very powerful, magical creatures that are rumored to have some form of immortality. But the most important piece that you're going to get from this is that it's rumored that staring them in the eyes, they can hypnotize you.
So, fellas, this one time I found this family of Heffling scholars, like off the side of the swamp, and while I was eating them, they gave me just the absolute worst constipation. So I was really on the toilet quite a bit, and I needed to do something to occupy myself. So I just read so many of their books, and I've got to tell you, these images look really familiar, and it just dawned on me now, like, after everything we've heard about the master and seeing this, is that we might be dealing with a Naga here, like, how a Heffling has got like a human head, but it's on like, a squat gnome or childlike body. It's kind of like that, except the Naga has like a human head on a snake body, and that can like stare at you and like do awful things. So you don't really want to look it in the eye because, it'll do bad things to you.
So look at his little snake body instead.
Or this was fiction. I don't really know the difference. I always get fiction and non-fiction confused. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. But, just FYI.
Would I know if a Naga is demonic or not?
You would also need to give me a lore test.
I would like to do that.
By the way, they're immortal, so killing them, probably
Oh my
not.
gosh.
Well, I mean, that's fine. We already know the solution to that. We have 2 wheelbarrows, one for the lizard man, one for the Naga.
Oh, there you go.
What was your question again, Dan?
Just if they're like a demon in nature.
No.
No. Okay. Can't use a spell.
No. Mifune, if we kill this lizard man, that would make a nice pair of shoes.
Boots for days.
Absolutely.
Would you use the head skin or the rest of the body skin to make the boots?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You make the heels out of forehead. It's perfect.
Okay.
He
So,
gets it.
I was just going to cut them into quadrants and then use those different quarter skins, like use the foreskin to make something.
Right.
I knew it
That
was
we
going
can
there
do.
eventually.
If it's big enough, we could hollow the snake out and make like an obstacle course in the backyard of the cape. And we just crawl through it every now and then. How fun would that be? Get Sleep Kurg go in there. Oh, God. He'd get stuck. Oh, it'd be hilarious. Oh, God. Anyway. Ugh.
Let's go get the snake
How you
first.
guys doing?
So, yeah. You're in this room. McGavin took a few moments to study, the stone work. And you're presented with a left, right, or straight at this moment.
I mean,
Seeing as we're
again,
dealing with a giant snake thing, I'll look around on the ground to see if I can't see what looks like a giant tubular mark in the earth.
So, like I mentioned to Mifune, once you get down to this lower spot, like a foot of water and thick sludge underneath. So, tracking footsteps, movement marks like that's going to be impossible.
I'm not saying it's logical, but I stand by our earlier conversation that if you follow the left-handed path long enough, eventually it steers you right.
It's math.
Yeah. Now, I've been thinking about this a bit, actually, because normally if it's left versus right, I 100% agree with you. Absolutely. Very clear. But when a straight path is provided, well, the old phrase, straight as an arrow. And what do I fire? What does Mifune fire? arrows. And if
Fire.
not for our arrows, we
Pointy
wouldn't have
sticks.
found our way here.
What we need to find is maximum left.
Ergo ipso facto.
We go straight to the maximum left.
What he said made perfect sense to me.
So I will go down the straight path.
Sure. Are you leading the way, or are you signaling to Mifune to lead the way?
I think I'll lead the way this time. I'm the chosen one after all.
All right.
I'll draw my frozen sword and immediately regret my life.
Go ahead and give me a scouting test.
Hooah. Hey, I got one.
Okay. You pull a success, so nothing will be jumping out at you. You follow this hallway, this stone hallway, and it opens up into a large, I don't want to say like temple area, but it's just this huge room with this giant domed ceiling above you, supported by all these pillars. You can see that there is a passage straight ahead. But other than that, it looks like this room's completely empty.
I'm going to look around for any potential dudes who might be trying to get the drop on us in here.
Sure. How are you going to be looking around for them?
I'm going to be rolling a scouting test with my sixth sense.
Ooh, what does Sixth Sense do?
It allows me to modify my roll when I'm looking for enemies trying to ambush or sneak attack me.
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
Nice.
Your scout roll is modified by +1.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
okay.
that's
Let's try
Yeah.
or not.
Sure. You're like, hey, this place totally empty. Nothing here. It's super safe. As you start strutting across through the center of the room, and you get almost to the center, when all of a sudden the ground underneath your feet drops and you find yourself in this giant like pit full of, this water. And as you're in this pit, you kind of feel something like brush against your leg. What do you want to do?
I'll call out, I'm very embarrassed, and I think there's something down here.
As the rest of you see, just Finlar's head as he's just kind of treading water in the center of this room that you're walking
So
in.
you want a rope or something?
Yes, please.
Do we got a rope?
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
McEvan's got grappling hook rope stuff. Yeah.
oh yeah, me too. But McEvan's probably a little bit better shot than I am. Throwing it out
Teamwork.
there.
Like
no.
you hold the rope and he
I'll
throws the
center
hook.
mass. I'll center mass the grappling hook.
There you go, catch.
Ouch.
Here's
Okay.
hard. Oh
I like it.
It's like spearfishing
no.
for our friends.
Ow.
As you grab the rope and you start trying to climb up, you feel something very sharp bite on to the back of your leg. Are you wearing any armor?
I am.
Go
Studded
ahead.
leather.
Go ahead and roll that.
Ooh-ah.
Take-
Oh.
Pick 1 point of damage as this thing bites you. And McGavin, as you're holding the rope so that way Finlar can climb out, you feel it all of a sudden like jerk as Finlar disappears under the water real quick and then bobs back up. Finlar, whatever's got your leg is trying to drag you down.
Ooh, let's pull it out.
Right. Okay, Finlar, I want you to stay there until you feel it bite you again and then scream and
Oh,
we'll pull, okay?
Finlar, it never let go. Like it's actively
Okay.
thrashing at the back of your leg.
Oh,
Mifune, help
I hate to admit it, but Mifune, help.
Mifune
You guys got this.
Mifune dives in with his knife.
Oh God.
Oh,
Out at the thing.
oh, miscommunication, I think.
Tug of war.
Uh,
Oh
The
no.
player knew what you wanted.
McGavin,
Mifune's
you're
not
going to
very
roll
bright.
me a might test with a +1 from Forbaudi's help.
Okay. Okay. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Hmm.
As
Not the greatest. Strength stuff.
Mifune. Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Hey!
Mifune,
Yes!
you
I'll pull
dive
the
in.
Claymore.
Go ahead and give me an attack with your dagger.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I
just
wonderful.
Looked at this creature. I must have.
Actually, it's an attack with my frying pan. I forgot I don't have a dagger. So I'm going to bash the thing.
You're underwater trying to bash whatever
Yes,
this is.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Go ahead and give me that attack. I want you to take a -1 penalty to it.
Oh, oops.
That's
Sorry.
all right.
Well, I failed, so.
Yeah. Do you want to push that?
I'm going to take an automatic 2. Oh, man.
You don't have to. I mean, that might really
Yeah.
hurt.
Some of it's on your frying pan also.
Yeah, one of it's on your frying pan.
We can fix your strength, but not your pan.
Yeah.
I can fix this pan.
I'm doing it. I'm pushing it.
Push it. Go
Dang it.
ahead.
Ooh,
I'm pushing it. Just cause.
he's so cool. That's why I hate him.
Oh, well, one success.
As you jump down and you can feel it, it feels like this giant fish, but its skin is like stone hard. And you're under the water, just punk, punk, punk of the weird kind of underwater sound of like metal cracking on stone. As you're kind of holding on to it with one hand to keep a good line, Mifune is dragged up, and so is this creature. It's like this giant fish. It's like 4 feet long, just this giant kind of weird like gar piranha kind of hybrid that's just locked onto the back of Finlar's leg and holding on to its tail, beating it with a hammer. You also pull up Mifune behind it as well. And eventually all of this, it realizes it's in water that's too shallow for it. It's getting hit and it lets go and it's just flopping around uselessly as kind of blood's very lightly seeping out of the back of Finlar's leg.
I'm gonna chop it.
Seeing as this thing does have this kind of stone skin, I do want you to roll this attack.
That seems fair. Time to completely botch it.
That's to get the botch out of the way sooner.
Yeah. Or
Fuck.
or
not.
that.
You hit this spot right behind the gills and just cut this thing's face off. As it just flops there for a second. Mifune, you're still beating on this thing with your pan. Eventually you all feel it stop moving. Yeah.
Does it seem edible?
It looks like beneath this thick skin, it does look like there's some meat in there, kind of a pale meat, kind of catfishy looking.
It's a fair question. You know, maybe we kill ourselves a naga, and then we have a nice little fish fry.
Throw it in the wheelbarrow.
Throw it in the wheelbarrow.
We'll throw it in the wheelbarrow.
Yes, these wheelbarrows were like the greatest, greatest adventure for us. We can carry everything now.
Rather than getting a wagon, like we should
Did
just
we-
get a couple of mules and have them haul the wheelbarrows around.
God, I know the guy's not with us, but I swear to God, it'd be hilarious if we're just pushing the wheelbarrows to the swamp with the guy who's got no arms and legs.
I kind of
What's
do
going
want
to
to
be
take him
stealthy?
back and like mount him on the front of our keep.
Oh God, we're such great people.
Oh, that is terribly
Just
fantastic.
leave him there. We'll feed
We'll
him
have
every
all the
now and
heads
then.
that Courage has put on spikes, and then that guy alive in the middle of all.
Oh my goodness.
We're heroes.
That's not the word I was thinking, but we're going to go with it.
Heroes in our own
It's
minds.
right there on Zoom. It says hero.
We're-
Right
It does.
there.
What am I
When it was
thinking?
not lying when
Very
he told
least.
her we were the perfect recruits for their evil god. we really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem is that their evil god isn't evil enough for us.
Yeah.
If anything, we're recruiting him. And if he turns us
Think
down,
so.
bad news for him.
Now, it's probably just a halfling in disguise. It's really what it is.
Ooh, that's true.
Oh boy,
Dang
you're
it,
right.
You're right.
It does sound like
It's just a halfling centipede.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, that sounds
Kitchen molding.
terrifying.
Yes, it does. See, everyone understands now.
Mm.
This is a future I'm trying to help the world avoid.
It's 6 halflings sewn butt to mouth.
As you toss the
Halfling
fish
centipede.
in the wheelbarrow, Fenlar, you realize that this is a circular pit, so you work your way around the edge of it, and eventually you can get to the back of this room. There's just this big arch opening, and as you step into it, you can see it's a long hallway stretching to the left and a long hallway stretching to the right. You can see that as you look down to the left, you can see there's a door at the end of the hallway. But as you look down towards the right, it seems like a dead end.
I know we've just found maximum left, but that dead end concerns me.
You think it's like not a dead end?
I think there might be something about that dead. Yes, basically, I think it's not a dead end.
What's the opposite of a dead end? Like a living start? That's not a thing.
Is it undead end?
Unless a living start is what an immortal god would want to something. I'm sorry. I'm just I think I suffered some emotional damage by falling into that pit.
Right.
That's great.
That makes sense. When I get bitten, I also get very upset.
But I respect your opinion. You're the chosen one after all. Let's do it.
Okay, going down to check out the dead end.
Let's go down to the dead end. Let's go down to the dead end.
You make it.
Maybe it's just a marketing thing. Maybe we shouldn't call it a dead end. You know, change the name up. Maybe they wouldn't be so frightening if we just didn't have dead in it. Path that has not reached its full potential. Maybe that's the route we're taking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fresh start.
No outlet.
A fresh start. That's genius. Oh, goodness. Oh, I need to sit down.
You
Or
make
just a
your
wrong
way
turn.
down to the dead end. And it just, the hallway stops abruptly. Just perfectly squared off.
Is it a tarp?
In which sense?
In the literal tarp.
Is it fake?
You touch the wall in front of you and it's stone. You touch the wall to your right and it's stone. You touch the wall to your left and it's a tarp.
Ah, there it is.
Oh my God.
This is it, the real maximum left.
My mind is completely blown right now.
I remember seeing one of these somewhere else before, in the castle, I think, or something.
It was the Toonpunk.
Wasn't it?
Oh, okay. I'm blending my games together.
That's fine. We play so many games.
That was an auto success on a lore roll.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you touch it, you can feel, it's a tarp that's painted like the stone.
All right, through the tarp we go.
Are you
least
leading the
I go.
way?
Sure. I'm already embarrassed from having hit a trap. Why not
Sure,
hit another
give me a
one?
move test.
I'm
Oh,
right
boy.
behind you, chosen one.
I'm a little ways behind you.
And I'm right behind the person who's behind me.
And now I'm bringing up the rear.
As you move the tarp aside and go to step through it, and all of a sudden, this giant lizard creature, like the one that you've got de-limbed in the wagon, leaps out at you, Fenlar, but you very easily just step to the side and it skids out into the center of the hallway, just in the center of all of you.
Oh, this is going to be satisfying.
As we all just.
I want to do a test for him. I'm going to give him a survival test. And if he fails, you've caught him totally by surprise. And you all get a free turn. Oh, God.
So not only was it a tarp, but it was actually also a trap.
Oh my.
He passes. Which means we're going to go into initiative.
Okay.
Boy.
This poor fella.
He gets a fair chance to die.
He
I've
does.
seen this movie.
All right. Mifune, I know you get to mess with initiative. Anyone else? No? So, Mifune, your first roll is an 8. Your second roll is a 10. That hurts. All right. You keep the 8. Where are you at? Right there. All right. Next up, we got McGavin. Holy shit. You get a 1.
Yes, I do.
Conifer. 7. For Bowdy.
Acceptable.
6. Fenlar. 3.
Ooh.
And finally, the dude. And
I mean, that's a real shame.
Oh.
it begins. McGavin, you're up.
Well, so many things. McGavin's usually very complicated. There's like 7 or 8 different things he can do on a turn. I think he's just going to shoot, though, this time.
Okay.
So let's do slow action.
Fire. Here we go. It's a lot of die. That's 3 points of damage.
My roll on armor.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to waste my willpower on this guy.
Yeah, he takes all 3.
And then here's my fast action just for that's in one butt cheek, and here comes the other. I like to paint, pictures on my victims
Yeah.
like a true psychopath.
Another 2
Okay, 2
points.
more.
My roll on armor.
Yeah, go ahead. He's dead. Poor fella. Oh, goodness.
He soaks it
Oh
all.
my.
Wow.
He's
Look
got
at that.
iron nips.
He does.
Don't shoot him in the right pectoral. I'm pretty sure something tumorous is there, and it's somehow protecting him.
This was not the right bullseye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah, I'm not going to burn any willpower.
All right. Fenlar.
Alrighty. Take a swipe at him with the old sword here. I will push it.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Ooh. That silver sword is mean.
He cancels
Oh.
your 2 successes. For Bowdy,
I think armor cancels damage.
he cancels damage. Okay.
Carrying.
So then
That
2
cancels
damage
success.
carries
I think.
through.
I'll look it up. just
That
to be sure,
sounds
but I think
right.
that's
I know it's
Mm.
opposing and success cancels success, but I think you're right. The damage. Either way, I'm putting 2
I
damage
thought
down.
it was okay. I thought it was the successes canceled as well, but
Anyway, we'll keep going for Bowdy. Unless you had anything else, Fenlar.
Nope.
For Bowdy.
All right. Well, I'll try and chop him as best I can.
Fucking Christ.
and you do.
It's just
Good God. All right, he is just hanging on by a thread. Conifer.
Oh my gosh, Conifer is gonna get to attempt to stab him with his magic dagger.
Oh, unless you had more.
kinda-
Oh, yeah.
Well, I get to roll 2 injuries.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
I am the cruel striker.
And the armor thing, that was right. It's it reduces damage.
Okay.
Not
Oh, nice.
Do you want bleeding gut or severed leg?
Oh, severed leg, of course. Get him
You-
down on the ground.
Sever his leg. Conifer, he's now prone on the ground. Take a +1 bonus for this.
Oh, good. I need all the help I can get.
I'm here to help. I'm a good person.
He still has armor.
Yes. Oh, unless 1 damage is enough.
1 damage does it.
Yay! Conifer killed something. Conifer helped.
You did it, Conifer.
Roll that injury. Come
I
on.
am-
Pierce heart.
You hear the most bizarre battle
Pierced
cry.
ear.
Oh, God, right in the ear. I mean, in all honesty, I'm just so proud of you. That was a real mean way to go about it.
Mifune, it's your turn.
Guys are
so do
pushing
I have a
Conifer over
target
the
that I
edge.
can shoot at.
Just this creature that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but can I get a shot at it? I guess is what
Sure.
I'm asking without having
Yeah.
to move. All right, all right. Well, here we go.
We haven't
Messed up.
disabled him yet.
You get a
Yeah.
+1 to this roll.
Agility modifier +1. I will need that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty broken. Oh, I hit.
You put another point of damage. Okay. Yeah, it's its turn, but that 1 point of overage damage, it doesn't do any recovery this round. So you can see this thing still trying to heal itself. So I don't think we need to combat this out, Mifune, with that one last shot. You just start dismembering.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, not a problem then. You dismember. It is now dead and in little chunks.
Okay. So was it Conifer who got like the breaking blow?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Okay.
He
So
did.
McGavin's going to come up next to him and just be like, great job. Fantastic. You're the one who basically killed him. So go ahead and do what's tradition and go ahead and start eating.
I'm supposed to eat him?
Yeah, you killed him. You eat him. Do you see me when I kill a halfling? Give it to Fenlar? No, of course not.
I don't eat
Well, I
meat,
wouldn't
though.
benefit from the eating the halfling anyway, but well.
That's a good point. That's a fair
Or
point.
would I?
You know.
If I ate a halfling, would I gain
Hey,
its power?
back the hell off. There can be only one. Okay?
It's just a
One.
hypothetical. It's just a hypothetical.
Now
Okay,
I'm
well,
so
he-
confused.
If you don't want to absorb the power thing you kill, that's fine. Be wasteful. I thought you were all nature loving or something.
I like the plants and stuff to eat.
Okay, no, it's fine. I'll remember this.
You can have it. Take its powers.
No, I don't need this kind of creature now.
It's a confused telltale game. McGavin will remember this? Question mark.
McGavin will misremember this.
Yeah, as you move the tarp to the side and you look, you can see it's just maybe like 3 or 4 feet of stone left. You can see there's a little stool this thing was probably sitting on, but it goes to like a very crude dock. As you can see, there is a boat sitting there because it kind of opens up into like this underground little lake.
So like an island in the middle of it.
No, but you can kind of make out through the darkness. You can see on the back there's more stone, so it's a little too far and a little too dark to really get any more details.
I don't feel much for swimming.
But there is a boat.
Probably some more nasty fish in there.
Well, let's try not to fall out of the boat.
That could be bad.
Well, I know Mifuni's got the mighty thews, but he's also got a bow, so I'll offer to row.
Do we need to do a little
I too shall
healing
row.
before we do this?
That's
Ooh,
it's
that's
not
a good
bad
idea.
I'm pretty messed up.
How
I do have some potions of healing. I don't know how well they would work though.
Down 3 strength and 2 agility.
I guess the question is, do we want to use the potions first, or do we want to roll the dice?
So the potion, when consumed, heals 2 points of strength or 2 points of agility.
Hmm.
I'm tempted to say
I'll take the
at
potion.
least hold on to the potions
Really?
in case.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I guess so, because it's not random.
yeah,
Hmm.
I like it.
if
Conifer.
if something happens to me,
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Anyone else down worse?
Down 1 strength.
Ooh.
is there any like clay down here by
Sure.
this lake?
Sure.
Okay, gotta use that so I can step up my healing a
Oh,
little bit.
okay.
Gotta gather up a lot of that. In fact, I've been casting without ingredients for a long time, and I'm like, I should get some ingredients.
Sure.
This is gonna be a terrible decision.
I think so. I'm excited.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
wow.
Oh, power level
Ooh.
5. Is that heals 5 points?
Yeah,
Oh.
of strength or agility.
Can you mix
One
and
or
match?
the other, not a mix and match.
I'm
I
gonna say,
assume you can.
yeah, I would say mix and match. It's magic.
Oh, then that's all of my. That's everything.
Whoa.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Hey, McGavin, don't eat him yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
I'll wait. You just give me the heads up.
Anybody else need the touch?
The cheese touch.
I don't
if
need it, but I
if
think I kind of want it after seeing that.
Honestly, yes, me too.
Amazing. I had a bit of sciatica that's been bothering me for years, and it's gone too.
Nice.
Slap some
He
flex
just-
heal on that.
Just slapped it right out of you.
Flex heal. Nice.
Well, there's a lot of power in you, huh?
Got a little,
Go
you got
ahead.
a little drool.
Oh
going
God,
on there.
excuse me. Oh, I feel so.
Emergency
Oh,
rations.
I don't
we
wear
wonder.
a shirt, so shoot.
just smear it in.
I just lift the loincloth up. Oh goodness, Lord.
That's how you keep it fresh, right?
Mm.
Okay. What's happening next?
Unclear instructions. So, do you want healing, Jake?
I'll take it. Healing.
Nice.
I
Okay.
gotta believe in the dice.
Dun, 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 dun. 2.
Ooh.
Good.
I'm starting to run out of willpower again. So,
If you need to drain it again, you're welcome to it.
how much are you willing to give up?
I've got 9.
I also have 9.
What do you want to take?
It depends on how much you think you want to use for combat or whatever.
I have no clue. You want to take like 4 or something?
Oh, also, Melissa, thank you. Just got everyone a willpower point.
Ooh,
Oh, heck yeah. I don't think I use willpower for anything except for meditation.
well,
So, yeah,
if that's the
take,
case, I
like,
might take yours.
Yeah, just take 6 of my willpower.
Okay, I will do so. All right.
Whew.
Okay. So now what?
Almost stocked up. Now let's
On the
go get
boat.
in danger.
Yeah.
Row,
So-
row your boat gently through the underground horrible temple.
You all,
Merrily, merrily,
pile onto
merrily,
this boat.
merrily.
and as you're getting on, you can actually see there's 2 kind of like tie-off points on this crude dock, but only 1 boat. But
Hmm.
you shove off, you do some rowing, Occasionally you see shapes in the water, but you make it across uneventfully.
That's my favorite way.
As you kind of get like to the halfway point, you can see there's another dock. Kind of leads to a hall continuing on, and you can see there's a rowboat tied up on that side.
Perfect.
They're probably not going to be completely unawares.
Depends. I mean, it's probably that the monk guy, coming to tell him.
Well, it's better that we get here now than if they had a lot of time. But as Fenlar likes to say, you wing it. I did pretty much just wing it.
Pretty much just wing it, yeah.
I mean, we're here now because of winging it.
Just
That's why
remember
you're the-
that when the Naga shows up, everyone close your eyes.
Or look at its belly.
Or if you've got something reflective, hold the reflective like a shield or something. Hold it up so it looks at itself.
Or a belt buckle.
I-
With a,
Or
I do.
Yeah.
I've got a big shield and you've got a belt buckle. Just shove your crotch in their face.
Are you hungry? Oh God, what am I doing with my life?
you're doing exactly what you need to do.
I love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, come out there and, direct in and then thrust forward.
Hoo-ha!
Okay. You make it across, you tie off the boat. It opens up, hallway continues on. You can see about halfway down the hallway, there's a door that opens to the left, but it continues on and ends in a door going straight.
Hmm.
It's been working out so far.
Why not?
Yes.
Sure. So straight ahead?
Straight ahead.
Okay, cool.
Should we as we're walking, I'll just kind of check for more tarps.
As you're walking, you don't find any more tarps, but it's who's leading the way here? Is it back to Mifune?
We'll tag off. I'll be in the lead this
Okay.
time.
As you get along, and Mifune, it's when you get by this door on the left, you hear singing. Very lovely singing of like a woman. Like almost kind of like a nursery rhyme or something like that. You may recognize, the equivalent, kind of tone and the words of it. It's muffled through the door, but yeah. Or there's the door straight ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll point my.
Do we come back for that later after we kill the snake god?
I don't trust music.
I mean, I love frivolity, but I'm sure that's sinister, whatever that is behind that door.
Yeah.
Did
Very.
someone say bananas? What?
Yeah. And once
Not
Mifune
yet.
points it out, you can
No?
all hear it. It's very
Okay.
lovely sounding.
Yeah, I'd agree. Lovely music in a place like that. Completely bananas. So we
God.
kick open the door and we shoot and stab the hell out of it.
So for Bowdy runs up and kicks open the door.
I have an arrow knocked and ready.
Absolutely.
Everyone is ready for action. And we will-
Eyes closed.
that is the
So
only
we-
way to shoot is with your eyes
And you
closed.
murder Conifer. You're a real target.
Yeah.
That'll probably
No, I think he'd want his eyes open for that.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And that, I think, is a great place to wrap it. And we'll pick up next session,
All right.
finding out
All
who's
right.
doing this singing.
Who was doing this thing?
Yeah.
Very cool. Just
We
noting.
do tend to have a policy of just killing things and not asking questions ever.
You know, you got to do what works right for you.
It's their fault for
Absolutely.
being suspicious. Come on, you don't sing beautifully in this horrible,
You don't?
just terrible dungeon. You just you're just asking for it, really.
It's pretty sus. And even
Gavin's-
Jeff is saying that.
What? 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 Who?
What?
I don't know how you talking about.
Bananas.
Hey, thanks for swinging by, Captain. So yeah, let's do our end of session questions. Did you participate? That's an XP. Did you travel through at least one hex on the game map you had not before? We didn't do the mechanics for it, so I'm going to say no. Because we just kind of fast-tracked following them to this place. Discover a new adventure site? Yeah. You discovered this dungeon that you're crawling in. Defeat one or more monsters? Yes.
And how?
And how? Did you find treasure worth 1 gold or more? Yeah, you found that little treasure box. Function of the stronghold? No, not currently. Anyone activate their pride? No. Did you do something to antagonize your rival?
I injured my rival by dropping my grundle right on his head.
So if you did, you can take that point.
I threatened to eat his legs so he would do better at his job.
You did. Good job.
Yeah. McGavin told me to eat something and I didn't do it.
That's standing up. That definitely antagonized McGavin.
No, I mean, you played yourself. Let's just be honest.
Gonna antagonize mine more.
You do.
I mostly just do things really well in front of him, and you know that's just how it
Oh,
goes.
it annoys me. I hate you for it. You're so well rounded.
So talented.
All right. Did you risk your life for another PC?
I dived into that
Yeah,
water.
I was gonna say. I think
Yeah.
Mifune gets that one. Yeah. And then finally, and this is, you tell me if you think you can take this. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
5 healing.
That was a
Right, yeah,
great
pretty awesome.
blast of healing.
I convinced a priestess of a snake god that I want to work for a snake god and hire them for my house.
Yeah, and for Bowdy did fucking chug 2 tanks of poison.
I knew it was poison too, and I drank double
Yeah,
just to make a point.
that's fantastic. All right, we'll wrap it here. Let's do some closing plugs, and then we'll go fuck off into the ether until our next game. Bert, what you got happening?
Hey, on twitch.tv says Steam Steel Murder. This Friday, we've got some BX Dungeons and Dragons going on. Nothing this Sunday. Going to take the stream off. But Saturday on the official Goodman Games channel, I'm running some of these wonderful people here through some weird frontiers, some
Nice.
horror Western role playing using the DCC system. Should
Very
be a
cool.
good time. And check out the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. 11 years and going. Lots of stuff on there.
Very cool. Jeff.
Yeah, on Friday over at twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, we are playing Traveler. We are continuing through kind of an opening prologue to a potentially larger campaign. On Saturday, we're doing One Ring 2nd Edition. And on Monday, we are playing Deadlands, a different Western horror game. And you can see some of the folks on the screen in that game.
Yeah. Very cool. Jeremy, what do you want to talk about?
You know, I would love for you to check out Aaron Reese on Patreon. You got comic books, you got RPG assets, got a new set of map stuff that came out with kind of a cyberpunk thing recently. It's a good time. Check it out.
Very cool. Links are all in the chat. For Defenders, if you come by tomorrow night at 9:30, we're going to be playing Curse of Strahd. At least that's the plan. Friday night, 10 p.m., we're going to be doing, starting up a little mini campaign for the system that Joe's making. So you can watch it as we play test that live. And Saturday at 1 p.m. Central over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. We got Strixhaven going. And then, like Bert said, Saturday night, 9 p.m. on Goodman Games Official. He'll be running us through some Weird Frontiers. And that's our week. So, yeah, watch everything we just plugged. It's the law. And if you don't, I'm going to tell McGavin you're a halfling.
I'm going to eat you.
He won't even question it.
He won't?
Yeah,
Not at all. Not at all.
that is true. I never do question things. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So, anyway, till we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and tip your fucking bartenders. Deuces.